Alright, haven't talked about AOC in a bit, but there's a video on Twitter of her basically fumbling through talking about staging a rent strike. She doesn't really explain it, but just keeps insisting that people research it and that it's an organized action. She said it's an organized action about 3 or 4 times in a 2-minute period, so you know for sure she's mature and not just haphazardly telling people to not pay their rent. But then she says this is all part of a larger conversation having to do with capitalism, and that some people's main income is based off of just owning property, and of course she thinks this is a bad thing. But then she says there are, quote, parts of it where you are doing repairs and all these other things, so it becomes more nuanced. And yeah, she's right. There you go. Landlords make repairs or pay for companies to make repairs for them. They don't just sit idly on their hands unless they're in a city where they've got rent control, at which point making repairs becomes largely pointless because they can't make their money back. But here's the thing that AOC doesn't seem to understand. There's a question she needs to ask herself because, okay, some people own income property. They make income on owning this property. But how did they acquire this property? Are they not the ones who took on large amounts of risk and perhaps debt to purchase the property? Perhaps they bought the property outright with money they saved. That money represents something else they might have done that was productive, and they pour it into this investment, and it might not work out. There is a risk there. But AOC would have you believe that if you just get enough money to buy a property to rent it out, then you're just set for life. You can sit idly on your hands and retire because now you just get paid for nothing. No need to work on or pay for the maintenance of your property. No need to search for tenants. No need to have to deal with your bank. No need to worry about filling your occupancy so you can make money and not have your investment become a money sink. She doesn't mention any of those costs or risks. Because in order to have this socialistic statist mindset, you need to have some of the most naive perspectives of the world I have ever heard. This is something you would literally hear from a 5-year-old. This is a child's take on what being a landlord must be like. Just buy property, and now you're done working. You just get to become idle now and get paid for it. Well, as long as we have naive people out there like that, AOC can expect to have her fans. Pretty sad, if you ask me. But that's it for now. It has to be a short one today, sorry. But like, subscribe, and share, and take it easy.